This is David Brumley. I am at the Las Colinas Marriott getting ready for Play Tri-Fest tomorrow, and I thought I'd use this opportunity to talk about race nutrition. I get loads of questions about nutrition, what I eat, how I eat, when I eat. So I thought I'd just talk a little bit about how having primary immune deficiency, CVID, impacts my racing nutrition plan, and what I choose and how I take it. So let's get started. First thing you need to know is your body. It sounds kind of silly, but a lot of people don't pay much attention to their body and to what they're putting into it and how it reacts. Because I have CVID, low IgA, I've learned that makes my body act a little bit different. I get GI issues when I eat gluten. Sugar, just refined sugar really messes me up, gives me extra congestion, sinus congestion, allergies kind of flare up, and even my muscles and joints start to swell and ache. Those are two things that I've learned that my body doesn't like. So that's the first thing you got to understand. The second thing is you really got to kind of watch and teach yourself what you're putting in, how you're putting it in. For instance, I just mentioned sugar. I've really learned that I love sugar. Got a big sweet tooth, but especially in race situations, if I'm putting in sugar, I don't get that energy jolt that a lot of people get. I just get GI distress. My gut starts hurting, feel really sick. So what you put in it, start to track and almost even journal, shall we say, some of your symptoms, and look back and say, you know, some of the hallmark foods we know really aren't that great. All the processed foods, gluten, sugar, and just look back and go, you know, have I been eating those and how do they affect me? And we're not talking about a medical side here. We're talking about really your just personal perspective about how your body likes different foods. And then you got to look at what are you going to be doing, whether you're working out or just making it through the day, or as I'm getting ready for, is a race situation. In this race situation, typically I'd be, you know, racing a little bit under 2 hours 20, around 2 hours 15 minutes max. However, because I haven't been running much because of my stress fracture, I'm going to look at my nutrition more like a 2 hours 30 minutes. So in those 2 hours and 30 minutes, I know that I'm going to be going really hard, really fast. My body's going to pull all the energy away from my stomach and other organs to fuel my muscles. So I know that I've got to fuel that for quick energy. So in knowing all that, let me just walk through what my race day looks like, starting with breakfast. Okay, well, I'm at a hotel. I eat gluten-free, and it's really kind of hard to get breakfast at hotels. So I brought my rice cooker. I'll set it on timer, and it'll have me fresh, hot rice. In the morning, I'll have white rice, a boiled egg, and probably banana. Now, I choose white rice tomorrow over brown rice. I normally eat brown rice on a day-to-day basis, but the white rice, I'll absorb it a lot faster. And once again, I've learned that my body will absorb it a lot faster. And then race morning as it goes, tradition is that you carry a bottle around of some kind of energy drink and drink it down. I do carry one, but I rarely drink it all. But here's what I put in my bottle, my pre-race bottle. I go with really, really affordable electrolytes, lemon lime from Kroger. They're really cheap and they're sugar-free. So, but it's just electrolytes, potassium, sodium, with the lemon lime flavor, and then I mix in my own maltodextrin. Now I buy this in about 10-pound jugs from Amazon, really cheap once again, and I mix it in myself. I'll probably only have 150 calories in the bottle of maltodextrin. If you're not familiar with maltodextrin, it's a complex carbohydrate as opposed to a sugar carbohydrate. If I was to just pull what some are used to, Powerade, Gatorade, they have nothing but sugar. If you look on the back, their total carbohydrates, you know, is 20 grams sugar, 19 grams. And once again, my body doesn't like the straight sugar in these type of drinks because it's sucrose in most of them. So I go with a maltodextrin. Now, maltodextrin is also similar to a waxy maize that bodybuilders would use. It's a quick absorbing complex carbohydrate, so you're not going to get an energy jolt, but it's going to fuel your muscles with glycogen and ready to perform. And if I could handle the sugar, well, sugar would be great because I'd feel, but I need sustainable energy. So I'll take that bottle and I'll sip it along during race morning. And then, I almost forgot. The first thing I take in the morning is a Cliff Shot. Double espresso. There you go. You can see it. These are processed. Now, Cliff is a product that I've learned my stomach can handle. I've tried almost everyone on the market. Cliff is all organic, so they use cane, sugar, and brown rice syrup or sugar, which my stomach can handle without any problems. So I take this first thing in the morning just to wake me up, like the espresso hit before breakfast, and gets me moving as I start getting things around. So that's what I'll take, and I'll sip my bottle. And then about 45 minutes before race start, I will take another Cliff. And there's only about 100 calories in this. But once again, it's calories that I can handle because it's not just straight sugar. Once again, if you read the label, which I like to read labels, it's 24 grams of carbohydrates. Only 12 of them are sugars. And I know the sugars in this are not your sucrose or fructose. They're sugars that my stomach can handle. But then it's also got a mixed part of complex carbohydrate, which is much better if you're training or racing. So then we get ready for the swim, and I'll if I feel like it, I'll just suck down another one before I jump in the water. Then we put in a good swim, get out of the water. If you're a triathlon, get on the bike. And on the bike, I always carry 2 water bottles for an Olympic distance. Some carry just one. I like one with just water, and another one with the drink. And once again, I go with the same drink, electrolyte packet, about 120, 140 calories of maltodextrin. But then also for my bike, I'll put in just a little bit of amino acid. Once again, economical brand, but my body likes it, and it fuels it through. And then on the bike, I always tape another gel to my bike, which I time to take about 15 minutes into the bike ride because I've learned my body, back to what I said originally, that these gels take about 45 minutes to hit my system. It's the weirdest thing. I know a lot of people, they take an energy gel like this in 10-15 minutes and they start to feel the surge. I don't. So I time mine a little bit further out, so about 15 minutes onto the bike, and the whole point is, at that point, I'm not trying to put calories in to have energy for the bike. I really have enough calories in my muscles to make it through the bike. It's really to get ready for the run. Then on the run, I do change up at the 10-minute or about the 1 mile mark. As soon as I hit 1 mile, I'll take a second surge. Now, this is a brand that my stomach can handle moderately, and I say that I can't use these on a long course or a long training day, because about an hour and a half after taking it, my stomach and my gut tells me I don't really like what's in this. However, the way I time it is that I'm done racing by the time it upsets my stomach, and it is one of the few gels that I can honestly say within 10-15 minutes, I feel the surge. So that's the basic race nutrition. Not too complex, at least for me. The only other thing I do is I will keep on hand an energy shot for race morning, and it's my backup plan. I use SK. Some use 5-Hour Energy or other of these drinks. Once again, I can't handle the 5-Hour Energy. It makes me sick. SK I can handle, but this is a backup plan. I don't necessarily plan to use it. I feel pretty rested, but I never know how I'm going to feel when I wake up. So if I wake up really just not feeling too great, this kind of helps me get moving and to get through it. Once again, this is just a talk about a CVID patient's perspective on race nutrition. And it's not really training nutrition. I try to train with mostly whole foods and homemade stuff, bananas and good stuff like that. On race day, it's really hard to get through a race, lugging a banana around. So we go with this. Please post any questions or comments. Let's see if we can help out. Hope it was helpful.